Welcome to my channel, guys. Until I can find some non-copyrighted music, you guys can just enjoy my sweet little voice for just a few more seconds. Thank you. What up, y'all? It's your girl Lifestyle 704 on the end and a proud. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lifestyle 704. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when I upload. And if you are returning, been subscribed, been hit the bell, welcome back. My A1s, my day ones. So, hope everybody had a good day. It's definitely evening time where I am right now. It's been a long day for me. I don't know, I mean, I feel like it's been long. I mean, when you have multiple stops to make in a day and a lot of back and forth, for me, that's a long day because driving is exhausting. And then you got to work. Don't let you have a job where you're driving all day, okay? So, luckily, I don't have a job where I drive all day. But today I felt like a little driver. Felt like some type of transport. I got my water here, y'all. I'm thirsty. We're having some baby back ribs tonight. And I got me a nice little salad over here. I know you're probably thinking, damn, you got all that meat, then you got a salad. I sure do. We got some red peppers, yellow peppers, kale, some iceberg, cucumbers down in there somewhere, some Goya, some black pepper. I didn't do any onions tonight because sometimes onions, you know, when I eat them too late, they give me indigestion. I ain't got time for that tonight because your girl going to bed tonight. I got me a little bit of Catalina over here, and I got a little bit of ranch. Well, I got plenty of ranch, but I probably would have just used Catalina, but I don't think I have enough. So how's everybody today or tonight? I forgot my napkin. Hold up. All right, y'all, I'm back. Hope everybody had a good day. Or I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're still here on this earth, you survived whatever challenges and obstacles that you had to face today, that's a blessing in itself. I thank the Lord above when I realized I was on my last little round for the day. I done got through work, and I had to deal with my cell phone carrier today. So if you guys hear any noise, that's my 4-year-old who seems to always make her appearance, whether it be her physical appearance or her verbal appearance in the videos. So, what's going on, y'all? It's February, Black History Month. Hope y'all got some plans for the month. I love salad. And I almost don't care what type of lettuce it is either. I gotta put it over here because I got a lot going on right here with this big rack of ribs. I got my water. I got some dessert right here I want y'all to see. I don't know if I'm gonna eat dessert, but I'm gonna show y'all. See if y'all done seen them in the store yet. We was in the store the other day. Had no intention on getting these cookies. And, hold on. So yeah, we were at Walmart the other day. No intentions on getting that type of treat. And this guy, total stranger, was rushing around us. Well, I hadn't even realized he was. He was in our path to get these cookies. And me and, the family, we was just talking about it. I wasn't even paying no attention to him. As he was coming back around our way to come back past us, I guess to head to the register. He was like, y'all gotta try these. You gotta try these. No, he was like, you just gotta. Mm. You gotta try these. I'm like, first I was a little second because I'm like, okay, just slightly for a second because you know I'm willing to try new food and stuff. But I guess I was thinking like, gosh, I wonder if you know I'm a food vlogger. I mean, is it written all over my face nowadays? Because he was looking right at me like, you gotta try these. So, you know, I had to get them. I'm gonna show y'all that at the end though. You know what? I should have put some cheese in my salad. I ain't gonna do it. I'm already doing ranch. When I should be doing balsamic or Greek or something. But I cook these ribs, honey. They so tender. You don't need no knife. You can just kind of like go in there with the fork like that. Ooh. Ooh. About to be a disaster. I just season them with Goya. You know what? I don't know if you ever heard of Urban Accents. They got these veggie, I think they call like veggie roaster seasoning packs that you can roast your veggies in. And this one was called some type of honey roasted curry dry mix. So I sprinkled some of that on my rib. I know it's safe for vegetables, but I mean it's a dry mix. It should be able to go on anything. So I can taste the curry in there, which is pretty good. And I just had like some store-bought brand barbecue sauce I put on it at the end. I let the ribs cook all the way through. And I put the barbecue sauce on top when it got done. Put it back in the oven on 400 for about 20 minutes. 400! First of all, I haven't done a mukbang at home in a while. So, since my last video at home and today, we've had several things that happen in the world. First of all, RIP to Kobe Bryant. Jeez, like, that was a shocker for me. Like, I know everybody be like, we all gotta die someday, or everybody got an expiration date, but some people that die, I just be like, I just don't feel right in my spirit. Like, it's hard for me to accept, even when I don't know him. I didn't know Kobe personally. I didn't even really know. I can't quote you any of his stats or anything like that. But it just hit my soul. And then to know that he was, in there with his daughter, another mom, I think a couple of other moms, and some more kids. The pilot. It was a whole family in there. I believe it was a mama, daddy, and a daughter in there. That done wiped out like a whole generation. It's just sad. And then you got Kobe and his child. And you try not to think about it so much. But you think about those last moments and how they felt. I don't even want to think about that. There had to be some scary stuff because in the helicopter, when you're going down, that's one of them deaths where there's a time between dying. I mean, there's a few moments between realizing you're about to die and then die. Because that time that you're falling from the sky, like, oh my God. Lord have mercy. You just be thinking like, did it have to be like that? I'm so sorry. I've been constantly praying for the families, the ones that are left here to deal with the grieving, the ones that got to explain to their other kids or any other family members that their family is not coming home, stuff like that. This is going to be a forever thing. I don't know the other families' names like that, but one good thing is that I see Vanessa posting more. So if she's posting more on IG, that's totally fine. That's her way of grieving. That's her way of letting it out. She could post forever with the same picture. It wouldn't even bother me. Just whatever you got to do. I used to tell people, if you can get online and say anything, you're moving in the right direction for healing. I don't care what nobody says. Because when you ain't doing well and you ain't healing at all, you don't have time to post. You don't have time to go on live. You don't have, it ain't the time, it's the desire. Not to say that you're not hurting, but I'm telling you that if you're able to post, you're doing well. You are. So, big ups to Vanessa for posting and all that and allowing herself to grieve. On to Miss Gayle King, honey. Now, I was in the car that morning on the way to drop the youngin' off when I heard it on, by the way, we got a new radio show here. I don't know if it's new everywhere, but I know it's airing here. Don't quote me with the numbers, but by the way, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, for those that don't know. I am a food vlogger down here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I go around and visit local eateries and give my take on my experience there. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So, not Angela Yee. There's a big ant, not big ants. Ooh, R.I.P. to her too. What is that last name? Anyway, it's not the Breakfast Club. It's the Morning Hustle or something. But L'Oreal, her Love and Hip Hop New York, she's like the Angela Yee over there. She do like the rumor report or whatever. Honey, when she was giving the rundown on whatever Gayle had done, she was so pissed off. I'm like, what the hell is she doing? So, once I was able to see the clip, I knew exactly what Gayle went wrong at. Now, I guess, I don't even know. The whole interview, I don't even know why they was interviewing Lisa Leslie. I don't know if she had hit some type of honorary mark or something. I don't know. I don't know if the whole interview was just to talk about Kobe, I don't think. But whatever it was. So like I was saying, I'm not sure what the interview was originally for, But it was totally overshadowed by that one little snippet because the media, everybody done took that and just ran with it. And rightfully so. Part of the interview that stuck out to me the most was Gayle saying, well, telling Lisa that after she asked her about Kobe's past, and y'all know back in the day he had some issues of running some type of scandal, and she asked Lisa about it, I think, and Lisa was, I think she answered pretty well for them to move on to the next thing, considering that this man had just passed not even a week prior to the interview, or prior to the interview being aired. And but Gayle was on it way too hard, like real persistent with it. Like, she said, and I think it was some kind of question, like basically bringing up the scandal, whatever. So Lisa had said something like, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I don't think it was happened with force, because I believe back in the day they was calling it rape. The girl, the victim, the lady was calling it rape. And Lisa's whole thing was, I don't know him to be like that. That's not the person I know. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I don't think it was happen with any type of force. That's just not who he is. That's not the person that I know. And Gayle says something like, well, you wouldn't know that person. You wouldn't see that person, that type of part of him, basically, because that's your friend. Gayle. It was just too soon, baby. I understand. You want to be the black Barbara Walters. But it was just too soon. And, it's a lot with that. Because you and Oprah are already best friends. And Oprah ain't really had nothing, she ain't had nothing to do with this. But what I'm saying is, we already on her ass about trying to drag our black men. Trying to drag our black men. And when I say that, I mean these black men who Oprah wants to talk about and bring more light to, that have been accused of doing the same thing that Harvey Weinstein and some other high-class white men are being accused of with this whole Me Too movement. So Oprah has taken upon herself for some reason to just zoom in on the black ones. At least that's how it appears. I find it hard to believe that she's just zooming in on them, but she wants to be part of the movement when it comes to tearing them down, the black ones. But our community, us black folk, we're not excusing them if they did it. Hell, if they did, they need to be charged and be drugged in the mud if in fact that's what they did. You don't got to do it though. You are a pivotal asset to us, the black community. Let somebody else do that. Not you, Oprah. It don't look right, it don't feel right. And I guess if you were doing it to both sides, then we would be able to accept it more. But just to be on Russell Simmons or on the whole Bill Cosby thing or You know, the whole Michael Jackson thing that she did back in the day. And it's like, girl, you ain't the one that should be doing it. We having a hard time swallowing the fact that you want to be so adamant about being the one to do that. So we already on her ass about that. So yeah, y'all just so, even though she's a separate person to you, you still kind of like too close together for us. You're just too close to her. You're gonna get some of that heat that she's getting. You're gonna get some of that debris from what we've given her on you anyway. So the slightest thing you do that mimics anything that she's doing, that's the first thing we're gonna run into is like, oh, you and Oprah just, yes. So I guess Oprah did like an interview like 2 days later, and she got very emotional and was letting everybody know that Gayle was not doing well with this. She's not sleeping. She's had to hire security, and she getting death threats. You don't play with that. You can't play with that right now. I'm sorry. That's just like a baby touching something hot for the first time. They don't know no better. But you know better though. So, you done got burnt now. You done touched it and you're going to have to pull your hand back. And now you got to deal with all the repercussions that come with it. So, Oprah said she ain't doing well. And Oprah act like she was about to cry while she's saying that. And don't get me wrong. I thought about being a journalist one time in my life. I know that these interviewers are there to ask things that the people want to know. But there has to be some type of etiquette and discretion and humanity and some type of dignity behind it. It just got to be. So, it was just too soon. I think she probably could have got away with it a little better if it was like a year later. Maybe this time next year. Maybe. But you didn't get away with it the other day, honey. So, Gayle, I'm going to pray for you that, you're going to get through this. You're going to be fine. Just like somebody that get burnt, they can recover. But, you got some, what they call it? Damage control to do out here. When you come back out of hiding. So, on to the next subject. Today, I woke up and one of the people, the foodies, the chefs, the cooks that I follow, was closing all 3 or 4 of his restaurants down. Now, there is cooks who I adore. I literally just found him like last year. Let me turn this skillet down. I just found him last year. By the time I found him, he had already lost the weight with the weight surgery, and he had already got his teeth fixed, and I didn't know no other Darius. So once I find somebody that I start following, I start researching them and studying them. So I go back to old videos and I studied them. So I got to kind of see where he came from, So, lately he has been talking about, he's been putting his, mental illness on. I don't want to say mental illness. Well, I guess it is mental illness, depression, or he really ain't really said exactly what it is, but depression was what I did hear him say, I believe, or at least reference to. He's been putting that on display a lot lately with, like, one day out on his page, he had a picture of his pill that he take, his doctor had given him, and he's just been talking about mental illness, and I was like, wow, like, that takes a big person to admit that something's wrong or acknowledge it. So, so that was I guess I've only noticed him talking about that for maybe a week or so. And I woke up today, and that was the very first post I seen that he was closing Greens and Gravy in Atlanta, Soul Crab in Atlanta, Chicago. I think Chicago has Soul Crab too. I think another one. All of them closed today. The doors shut today. I was like, wow. What happened? Like, what? I mean, I know. Okay, is that what it is? So, of course, he went live a little later because he needed to clear some things up. People take stuff and they just run with it. So he also had a credit repair business that he had been doing, and I hadn't really seen him advertise that lately, but I learned on his live that he was getting sued for that because that's illegal in Georgia to do credit repair. Now, I'm not totally against credit repair. Not totally for it. I think everybody has at least tried it once. And even the creditors, and when you're trying to buy a house, and a lot of people say that they don't advise that you even do that because a lot of times they clear stuff off for a time and then eventually come back on. You've been to spend all that money for that, but I don't really know how it goes. But either way it goes, Georgia is not having that, so they don't even allow it in their state. Excuse me. And he said he didn't know. After investing the money into his business and starting it up in the way he was advertising and stuff like that and getting people together, he didn't know. So he didn't know. So anyway, he had to pay like $145,000 to settle. I guess that's their way of not having to go to court, something like that. So a lot of people saying that's why he closed the restaurants down, because he been in this big bind with that. But he cleared it up and said no, that is not why. He said he can write $145,000 check in his sleep. That's nothing. He can make that back. I said, ooh. He let y'all know. But I love Darius. Like, I'm glad that he was able to acknowledge that. And at first glance, I'm thinking, God, it's kind of cold. I understand you going through something, but all those people that no longer have a job, it's time to pay rent. Luckily he did give him to tax time. Because he said he had been thinking about it. And he just went on ahead and did it, So he didn't even make it clear that he had even spoken to his employees about it, kind of give them a heads up, anything like that. It was kind of like he had been thinking about it for a while, and then he woke up there, and it was like, boom. All right, wow, okay. I thought it was kind of, selfish at first. And, I thought it was kind of selfish to, because he said he let all his employees know. And I'm like, wow, what, through a text or through an email? Like, did y'all have a big ass meeting? Like, I felt like it wasn't no face to face. I think he kind of did it cowardly. But I don't know. This is just my opinion. I don't know. I hope he didn't do it cowardly and send out a text or a freaking email or one of those messages that go out to everybody. But he didn't make it clear how he did it. But I can tell in his face, because when you go live, you can kind of read people's body language. I can tell that it hurt him to do it. You know, even if, you know, even if he didn't give a damn about his employees, he don't seem like that type that want to be known to be done had to close um, 3 or 4 restaurants down in one day. Best businesses in one day. Nobody wants that on their reputation. Yeah, you can start up another business. Yeah, you can. Well, he was very optimistic about, everything's gonna be okay, and we're gonna figure it out, and this is just what it is right now. But he was standing on his ground like, this is what it is. I gotta take care of myself. He's still gonna do. I thought it was kind of selfish too, because he reminded us that he was still gonna finish out his tours that he'd been doing with Dining with Darius, and which is probably gonna make his ticket sales go up now. But he was selling out anyway, which I just missed him. He just came to Charlotte. I missed him. He was still selling his cookbooks and stuff like that. So everything that was just him, with a one-man type show, selling his books, probably doing some book signings or tour with Darius with Dining with Darius. Anything that can benefit him directly, he's still doing. But I could tell that that's not something that you just want to do, So I could tell it's probably even hard for him to be on live saying that. At first, I was like, trying to make sure that you just ain't no here to prove that, oh, I ain't going out of business because of no damn credit repair. I can write that check in my sleep. Like, it was tasteless a little bit to get on there and make it seem like, you kind of want to come on here and let everybody know so they won't hear from nobody else what's going on. Yes, he did close down the businesses. He started off like that, but he couldn't wait to get into the fact that, it wasn't because of that business, and he could make that money back in his sleep. Like, it's like he couldn't wait to say that part. Like, I just hope you didn't go on. I hope that 80% of the reason why you didn't come on here to talk wasn't just because of that. But like I said, mental illness is serious, okay? And like he said, he's been the answer to. He's been the person figuring out stuff for the last whatever years or whatever. He's tired of being the go-to, basically. He's tired of figuring it out. That can be heavy on anybody's heart and head and body. I know I can never have 2 and 3 restaurants. Restaurants in itself is frustrating and very stressful to run, period. He had multiple ones in multi-states. So he had a long, good run. Job well done. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. And your girl is getting full. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Okay, y'all, and one more thing. I know I already mentioned, I wasn't even going to come back on here, but I forgot I already mentioned I was going to show y'all these new Oreos. I don't know if they're new because it actually says back by popular demand. So I guess we just missed it the first go around. But these right here are the ones that the dude at Walmart was telling me we need to try. So I really prefer to have just a cookie. Oreo, if you're listening, can you please bring back the cookie part? You guys had the Oreo cookies out where it was just the cookie part. And it was called Oops, We Forgot the Cream or something like that. That was so long ago. Can you bring that back? I think that was like 2005, 6, maybe even 7. Maybe even 8. This one is most stuff. It's bigger than double stuff. They got the little diagram right here. This is most stuff. They got mega, they got double, original, then they got thins, which I love. I actually love the thins because it's not a lot of cream. So make sure y'all give these a try. The most stuffed Oreos. It's not even a lot in here because there's so much cream in them. Let me see if I can take one out for you. Look at all that. It look like a little mini ice cream sandwich. So, all right, y'all, I'm going for real this time. Peace.